Hello to all you woodworkers and painters out there. Firstly, apologies for not creating any content for the last month or so, but as you can see by the content of this video, I have been working on a rather large project which has taken up a lot of my time. I have totally renovated my basement area into a dual space to be used as an art studio and a wine cellar. Let's get straight into it, and I will begin by showing you the basement as it was originally. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video where I will give you some handy hints on saving money with your renovations. The basement has been like this for the past 10 years since our last renovation, where I got the builders to lay down some concrete in this new space. Firstly, I should tell you that it is not a true basement in that it is not totally underground. It is a large space behind our garage that progressively cuts into the slope of the land, with the furthest back brick wall being around 60% below ground level. As you can see from these original photographs, the space was pretty much used as a catch-all for whatever junk we didn't want in the house. The first job I did was to clean the brick wall of mortar, which was annoyingly pretty much all over the face of the bricks. A wire wheel on my battery drill, and around an hour later, and all that was fixed. I did eventually completely wash down the brick wall and apply a 50-50 water and PVA mix as a sealer over the top. The next job was to put up the stud walls using 90 by 45mm standard pine studs. The stud walls were mainly for the cellar walls, and the retaining wall are running under the new bench. Before the plastering, I had to chase in a lot of electrical wires that had been run on the surface of bearers and beams and were going to get in the way of the plaster sheeting. I also added as much insulation as I could into the cellar walls to try and keep the temperature as stable as possible. I must say that this is an unheated space, and the temperature and humidity here is constant and just ideal for storing wine. Again, prior to the plastering going up, I ran some outlets for 6 new downlights I was installing and wiring for some power points. Please do not attempt any electrical work if you do not have the knowledge or experience in doing so, as this can be extremely dangerous. Next, it was time for the plastering of the walls and ceilings, and this is one job that I must admit took far longer than anticipated. But it is worth paying attention to the detail of the final finish, as this will show through in the completed job. My one tip for new or first-time plasterers would be to avoid paper tape and use perforated tape instead, as I switched to paper tape for the first time and had big issues with air bubbles under the tape, which does not occur with the older style perforated tape. If you are wondering about the wooden wall, this happened because of an error I made when ordering the plasterboard and was 2 sheets short. I did not want to order more, as the delivery fee was $90 for around $25 worth of plaster. So I bought some fence palings, and this is the result. I'm pretty happy with it and think it looks good in the basement. Painting was another job that I underestimated how long it would take. When you consider all the undercoats and trim etc., which need multiple coats of painting, this can quickly add up. The floor was also finished with 2 coats of concrete paint. The first tip to saving money when renovating is to make your own trim whenever you can. If you own a table saw, then ripping down some straight lengths of wood is easy, and just a few angled cuts and you have some cornice trim, which is what I used. I think I saved $100 alone on making my own ceiling cornice trim. The second tip would be to check out Facebook Marketplace for things you need. I was able to get 2 doors for free and also 2 bags of insulation for half price, which really helped with the budget. I hope you like watching this renovation and that it gives you some ideas for your unfinished basement. Bye till next time.